Okay, we'll try d4 this time. I have criticized other players for doing that, pushing too hard for a win in a case where you really just have a draw. It is a flaw. Okay, I'm defending the c-pawn. Not strictly necessary because you get various kinds of play against it if they take, but this is okay. I think this is the Rogozin variation where he develops the bishop out here. Now he wants to take. Does he want to take? If I take first and he takes with the knight, I'll have to defend here, but that's okay. It'll line my queen up with a threat on his pawn here. And I'm ready to castle if the pin becomes awkward, unpleasant, uncomfortable. So if he takes, I'll take with a pawn. He has to move the bishop, and then I'll grab this pawn. Or I could grab it. No, I can't grab it first. Okay, he decided to fix. So that's castle. Now I will just take his knight and take this pawn, give him the isolated queen's pawn. Oh, unless he takes back with the queen, he could do that too. Maybe I should push here, force him to move, and then that opens up this. Never mind, he did it this way. Now this is definitely an interesting move. Opens up the diagonal for my bishop. If I can get my queen over here, I could get a quick mate. He's probably not going to allow that. But it is something. So I put my bishop here now. The rook just moves. I put my bishop here. It's maybe an uncomfortable pin on his knight. Yes, he can. Get his queen out of there right away. Okay, so now if he takes, he is maybe threatening to exchange queens. But let's kick his knight first. Harry Dubois has some good games. You don't understand chess since you watched me play Go. Well, I have some instructional videos on my channel. So I can put my bishop here, and his rook is trapped, but he can put the knight here to block. But then his knight is pinned. Not easy to get additional force on that. See, if I leave this as it is, he will probably take here. I wonder then, well, let's bring my rook out here. Maybe that'll discourage him a little bit. Oh, he just wanted to do that. I was not afraid of that one. Now, maybe put a little pressure on this pawn, plus get my queen out of the way in case the bishop wants to retreat. I see, he wants to push forward here. Can stop that. Or slow it down anyway. I want to push forward with my pawn. A recommended setting for beginners? Yeah, I would play at one of the slower settings. Something like a rapid chess with 10 minutes and a 5-second increment. Very slow time control, but give you some time to think about the moves. Okay, put the knight there voluntarily. Let's go ahead and pin it. Yeah, I think taking on passant is the right move here. He is going to be able to take back with his knight, yeah. So I will retreat the bishop. Knight here. I guess this is defended, so it's okay. He's defending the knight that way. Yeah, let's hop my knight in here. This is a good time for that. I guess he wanted to unpin his knight. Looks like. Okay, his knight is unpinned. There is a sacrifice here. I wonder, is it worth it? Probably not, because he's got a good second-rank defense. Not sure what to play. I was thinking maybe just g4 here. Let my opponent think for a bit. This is kind of a nothing move, but I'm not finding a move that I like particularly. So from g4, where is his knight going? Here. Yeah, if the knight goes here, then I have this fork. So he goes there. I guess I like this anyway. Let's see. Yeah, it feels like there ought to be something here, but I'm not seeing it. Going to move my queen around a bit. Maneuver my queen to the G3 square. Get my queen up here, my king up there. So he's going to line up with the queen, try and get something on this diagonal, but I've got all these squares covered here for the moment. Ah, that's his trick. Okay, so I have to trade, not sacrifice. I have to trade. So actually, he's the one that's sacrificing because I can take this pawn. And then let's see if we can get the queen over there somehow. Maybe just pawn forward. Be able to take here or here with check. Ah, that's true, it can't go there. Where does it go from there, though? Doesn't have any squares to go to from there. And it's can't be defended either. So I think I have won it. This is kind of a breakthrough by just slowly probing and maneuvering. We reached kind of a stalemate in the middle game. So that's sometimes what you have to do. Just kind of poke around and see what happens. Not as dramatic as a great attack, but it works. Here, let's get somebody new. Okay, my opponent plays e4. Let's try a Sicilian. I'm going to go with the e6 Sicilian. I've been playing those lately, and I'm trying to develop more experience with them. Of course, he goes for the Smith-Morra gambit, so there's no time to play e6. I go with the Smith-Morra declined, where you counterattack here. I think you can defend the knight here or just drop back. Get some lines open for my bishop. So it's an even number of pawns. He may have an attack over here on I'm not sure what I'm saying. If you attack the isolated queen's pawn, it sometimes just can come forward. I'm not sure if that works here now or not. Always something to think about, though. So I'd like to get a piece here, but he might just trade it off. Yeah, knight here, though. Knight here. The knight could just sit here. Yeah, I think that's a good move. Get the knight here, get the bishop. Knight here, pawn up, bishop here. And it looks like I'm pretty well set up. I've restrained his, or blockaded his isolated pawn, and I get my pieces developed. And this knight maybe could come over here. Yeah, so he stops that idea in a way because he yeah, he would probably just trade my knight off then if I went there. So we'll develop some other way. Yeah, maybe bishop here and knight here would be a way to do it. This square and this square. I think I can just step down. So he's relinquished control of this square. Put a knight there again. But probably it's more sound to kick that knight first and then do this maneuver with this knight. Okay, so now I could actually take this. Knight takes. He doesn't have time to pin, but he could trade the knight, take back with the bishop, and then he could pin it. Yeah, I don't think it quite works. So let's go back to plan A here. Have to get the queen out of the way and maneuver the bishop like that. Take, 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 take. Yeah, he could create a ram structure there. But my bishop would be well positioned for that. And I could pin his knight immediately. Okay, so it looks like he's not going to take, so let's go ahead and maneuver my bishop to where I want it. Okay, he says I can't have it there. I could take his bishop. I mean, I could take his knight. And put my bishop there. And this should be good. Saves his isolated queen's pawn. But I don't know. I think my pieces are actively placed. I could take this bishop off and then put my knight here, the other knight, the replacement knight. Probably rook to the center first. Okay, so knight takes, queen takes, knight here. Yeah, if I had a rook here. He wants to put something on that square. Huh? He could have played bishop there if I had put the rook there immediately. Might have been a bit awkward. When I move this knight, his knight here is exposed to an attack from the bishop. But I don't have moves that are so strong, do I? Knight here, bishop takes. Ah, so he does it that way. That works too. I was worried about one skewer and I fell for the other. Yeah, so I should have taken off that bishop. Let's put the queen out here, see if I can do something active. Okay, he moved the knight out of the way. So now I go here with my knight. And it's an attack on this pawn, but he can play the pawn up and fork my queen and king, or queen and knight. But I still want to play this because it attacks his queen and attacks his pawn. Pretty strong. His best move might be just to retreat his knight back here. I would probably drop my queen back. Okay, so he wants to do that. Knight here hits the queen. He still can't take it because of the fork. Because of the pin, rather. Then I have the check here after the queen moves. Hello, K-Pause. Mr. Positional Play. So I want to get to this square. How do I get to this square? Here's taken, here's taken, here's taken, so... Okay. Knight here. Take here with check. Okay, I came out of that a pawn up, right? 4-3. And put this on a square where his bishop can't attack it. And bring my king over to this side of the board. There it is. There's always something. Just stay even with this king. That gives me a passer, whereas I'm actually within within the square of this pawn, and he's not within the square of this pawn. So he resigned. Okay, well, that was a nice win. Let's get somebody new. Couture UMPSA. UMPSA. Don't know what that is. Let's see. I did a Sicilian. Let's do a French. Okay, he's got the advanced variation. All very standard so far. It's one of those lines that's pretty easy to play for black because you just keep piling up the pressure on d4. Let's see how white reacts. Classic counterattacking strategy. This line is playable. After the bishop comes here, you are threatening to take the pawn, but not until. Hello, Mr. Finch. Flinched? Flinched, wait. No, your name does not ring a bell, sorry. Probably been a while, huh? Sorry. I have to be honest. Sometimes I remember the old names, but sometimes I forget them. Last year, okay. It's not so long ago. Yeah, so he put the bishop here, so that keeps this pawn protected. Here, let's develop. Chesson is good. So I can pile up on d4 this way. Oh, he doesn't want me going there, but he weakened his king side. Can I do anything tricky? No, I think I just have to go back. Got to get my knight out of the way, though. I can't leave it there. Okay, let's see. I go here. He takes. I could take back. So he does that. And I can go here. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to create some kind of fortress. With his pawns, you know, just steamrolling me with the pawns. Okay, looks like he wants to go after the knight. I think I'm going to go ahead and take here now. So he got this defended just in time, but now I can castle and have an open line for my rook. That is interesting. I could defend this pawn with my king, but this will hang because of the pin. Let's see. I could defend with the rook this way. And it'll take him a couple of moves, and I can maneuver my bishop around in the meantime. Take him a couple of moves to cause trouble. He wants a take back. Is that some kind of typo? Some kind of mistake. Can double my rooks here and go after his knight. which can't come forward. It's hitting all these white pawns. And when it goes back, I can take here. I think this must be good for me. The bishop is hitting that. Okay, so let's go here then. Okay, now the bishop is no longer defending here. Yeah, I don't always allow takebacks. Mainly it's when it looks like a mouse slip or something. Now I do have to worry about, he's got a discovered attack with the knight, right? So we could take here. I take here, that's it. I take here first. If he takes the knight, I take the bishop, and I've got two pieces for the rook. I mean, if he takes the rook, then I take the bishop. And if he takes back, then I've got this check here. Defends the rook and attacks his bishop. So what have we got here? This is rook and two pieces versus rook and one piece. Here, let's just take this guy first. And we can pin here. Get my bishop developed. And bring my king in, I guess. I see he wants to take with check. Well, I don't have to take that. Let's see. I have a check here and here. But my rook is currently undefended. So I need to move my rook with check, which I can't do. So this temporarily defends the rook, and then he checks, which undefends it. I think it might be all right, though, because when he goes there, I'll go here. He takes the rook, I'll go here with check. And he actually can't defend the rook. So he has to take, and so I stay a piece up. And then the king just comes over here and takes these pawns. He can't go here because of the bishop. Okay, that doesn't do anything. He wants to win one pawn, he can have it. And he resigned. So maybe he's going for a stalemate trick, but when I get a queen, he'll have two squares to move in to. So he doesn't get stalemated. And, I think that's it for this session. It's getting around lunchtime here. It was a nice game to finish with. Always good to finish with a win. So I wanted to say thanks, everybody, for stopping by. I play chess like this on Sundays, and I play Go on Tuesdays about the same time of day. Remember to follow me to get notifications for when I'm streaming. And I hope to see you all around. Bye now.